Hey, what's up everybody? Today I am going to be trying to repair 3 Nintendo DS Lites. This one right here works pretty much perfectly fine, except for very loose floppy hinges. Turning it on, pulls up the menu just fine. Good to go there. Screens look great, you know, a little wear and tear here and there, but eventually we can just replace those. Alright, this pink one has good hinges, but one of the screens is broken. Looks like the bottom one here. It's a little hard to see with the light, but it's flickering. Black lines and white background. Top screen looks good though. The black one we got, again, good hinges, no problems there. A lot more wear on this screen, and that's okay. But the bottom screen works on this one, top screen doesn't work. So we're going to troubleshoot these, maybe swap some screens around, see if there's bad resistors, capacitors, stuff like that. And anybody that joins the channel, welcome to ask me questions if you like to. Otherwise, I'm just going to go at this. All right. We are going to need, more than likely, a either 00 or 0. It's usually just a 0 Phillips head. And I usually like to use the 3.0 tri-wing. We'll find out if that's going to work here in just a second. This is my first time taking any of these apart, by the way. I'm more experienced with Game Boy Advances, Game Boy Pockets, Game Boys in general. The DS's are going to be a little new for me. I don't have my music playing too loud, but I do want to give a shout out to Outpatient X. They are a local band here in Santa Cruz, California. Huge fan of them. So if you can hear that, definitely give them a shout out. Again, Outpatient X. You know, these streams, I'm going to have to get better at this, but I keep misplacing my tweezers. That's okay. And if I have to look at anything up close tonight, you'll see there's that the camera that's just looking at a lot of shiny black right there. That is my microscope. So anything I have to get close up on tonight, we'll look at that. Alright, let's see how much luck we have just pulling that bottom piece off. Oh. One more screw right there in the center. It was black, blended in, I didn't see it. And that is the wrong bit. I'm in my 40s, by the way, so some of this stuff is actually a little hard for me to see these days. I do have to admit, my eyes aren't what they used to be. But that should give you young guys some hope. If I can do it, you can probably do this. Alright. That back piece came off okay, a little dusty in there. That's to be expected. And put that aside. There's the power switch. Alright. Oh, that's a good sign right there. That's a white with pink dots. What do they call that? A moisture sensor. Ooh. The moisture sensor is usually really dark pink if there's been water damage to this thing. So I like that. Those left and right buttons were heavily spring loaded right there. So be careful of that if you ever take these apart. All right. I'll undo a couple of these motherboard screws. Huh. Sorry, bear with me here. Sorry, bear with me here. Whoop. All right. Okay. Before I do anything here, I am just going to reseat this screen. Ooh. That feels gross for some reason. All right, let me get that back in place. I'll fix that in a second if it works. And let's take this battery and just line it up. And hit that power switch. Interesting. You know what? I think I opened up the wrong one. That's okay. Let me just double check here. Yep. The bottom screen was working the whole time. That is okay. See, some of you are going to be way smarter than I am here. Okay. Again, what we'll do is we'll just reseat the top screen. Okay. Okay, still has a bunch of lines through it, so we will definitely dig into this one a little bit further. think before we do that though, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take apart this pink one that has the busted bottom screen, and we're just gonna swap motherboards real quick. That would be the fastest way to actually fix one of these. So let's go ahead and pop this off, which is the Wi-Fi antenna, I believe. We're gonna have to pop off the black one too. I'm sorry, the white one was the microphone. The black one is the Wi-Fi antenna. There we go. Yikes. Well, that does not feel good. Definitely be careful with dragging that through that cartridge slot right there. I don't see a better way to do that either. Okay. Yep. Clean up my tiny little area here a little bit. Alright, let's double check this one again, make sure I got the right screen. Alright, bottom one's busted on this. Okay. So we'll do the same thing with this one. We'll start taking it apart a piece at a time here. Oh, almost forgot that black tri-wing again. Okay. All right, this time I'm just gonna disconnect both the microphone right away. And let's go ahead and get the Wi-Fi chip disconnected also. There we go. Oof. Yeah, I don't like this part. Be very careful when you're routing this through here. I'm actually going to take a break on that one for a second. Oh, the other camera is pointed at this right here. So that is my soldering microscope. Right now I am trying to pull out the Wi-Fi cable, and the Wi-Fi cable gets routed underneath this, which is soldered down. So the only way to get to it is to just drag it underneath. But it is definitely stuck on something, not like the other one. It's okay, I think I'm supposed to record for a long time every night anyways. If you guys want to take a break from viewing me, you can probably come back in half an hour once I have this routed through. I was just kidding, hopefully it doesn't take that long. There we go. All right. Now we can lift this out and disconnect it. It's kind of hard to tell if the ribbon cable for the top screen, well, the top screen is working, so that should be fine. Okay. I probably should have actually tested this first, reseating it wise. That's okay though. I just want to see if I can get one of these fully functional tonight. So let's go ahead and just put the working screen into this unit. This is going to take some practice. Okay. Alright, now I'm just getting the microphone hooked back in. And before I route this, we're just going to hook it up on the outside if we can. Sorry, this is the Wi-Fi antenna that I'm hooking back up. I've had to do plenty of these connectors fixing laptops in my career, and God, I hate those things. If you even bend it a little bit, it just will never go on again. Alright, let's see, grab a battery. And let's see if we get both screens working. All right. That's a good sign. So we got the bottom screen working and the top screen working on this one. I will take that. That's more than likely. We're just looking at bad screens on the other unit that I need to order and replace. What we'll do though is we'll double check them and make sure that they're fully functional still. Okay. So I could rebuild this pink one if I want to and get this working again. I am going to go ahead and continue to strip down the black one that I was working on. If anything, I'll steal the hinges from it at the moment and get this red one completely functional. Okay. That's really interesting. There's only one set of screws that I can find so far for both these hinges. Be careful here, I don't want to rip this any cables in here. Okay. I might need to take this plate off before we continue there. I can find my tweezers. If you watched my last episode, I misplaced my tweezers last time too. Ah, I found them. We'll see if that's a repeated issue. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I've never pulled one of these apart. So if I screw this up, you get to see it live. There's no screws under there. So there you go. There's my first screw up. There we go. Just gotta do that 3 more times. There's gonna be 4 screws under each one of these pads right here. Probably a little hard to see. There was the first one, second one, third one, fourth one. Not sure if those are going to be salvageable. We might have to get new ones of those. I'm sure I can get them to go back in, but is it going to be a way that I like to see it? Probably not. All right. My eyes are so bad I can't even see that screwdriver. The bit, I mean. Yeah, learning experience. Well, that's kind of what I was going for in this. I want people to see my screw-ups. You can watch a million videos out there of people doing it perfectly every time. I want to let everybody know they can do this if they really want to. Bob Ross. Happy little accidents. I just went through all that trouble and forgot to take off the screen. All right. When I originally thought I screwed up taking this rubber piece out, I may not have. Now, I did watch a lot of videos on this before. Not that I remembered them all. I'm pretty busy usually. But I think that the screen actually slides down first. We'll find out. Yeah. That's probably kind of hard to see, but it does slightly slide down a little bit. I should actually use, I have plastic picks for this instead of a sharp. Instead of sharp tweezers. I do want to try and preserve these plastics the best I can. There we go. Okay. Now, I need to get these cables through here somehow. Let's go ahead and get the screen out of here. If there's a way to do it. These are the speakers. All right. That might be stuck on there. It is stuck in there, but it is coming out pretty easily. Alright, well most of it came out pretty easy. These are speaker rings, by the way. Just offers a little bit of buffering so it doesn't rattle against the plastic. Yeah, I'm giving it a little bit of a harder push. I'm just being too careful with it, I think. There we go. All right, so that does have to come out before the cables can come out. Now I see it. You can't even see the cables. I think I heard this is why people don't really mess with these too much. Getting everything through these, through the ribbon cable itself is kind of a pain in the rear. Yeah, I told everybody I'd curse on these channels. It's a pain in the ass. There we go. Okay, my tweezers just got stuck on the speaker. All right, that's out of there. Now that all that's left is this ribbon cable. That doesn't feel right. I'll learn the trick to this eventually. It's going to take quite a bit of trial and error, though. There we go. All right. That's off. Now all we got to do is get this rolled up. And that is why these things break a lot. I'm actually not sure. We'll take a look at that in the microscope in just a second. Get a closer look there. I don't see any rips or bends in it, which is nice. Doesn't mean that there's nothing wrong with the screen. Looks a little scuffed up though. I'm gonna put some rubbing alcohol on it, see if it actually cleans up a little bit. back looks quite a bit worse. Can't tell if that's dirt or if that's actual scorch marks. It's not cleaning up very well. Try and get in a little closer here. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I'm not quite sure what that is. Yeah, it's coming off. It's like rust or something. All the leads should be under a protective layer, so I don't know why that would cause it to cause any issues with the screen, but all right. See if we can find anything else that could be an issue here. Yeah, I don't really like the way that actually feels. Now I'm starting to feel grit. And that has me a bit worried that it actually is kind of touching the wires there. Now that we got the screen out though, it actually should be fairly easy to hook up to the bottom part of the board there and test and see if it's working. Take one more look at that on the microscope. Yeah, see that little divot right there is what I don't like. Huh. I think I got it under decent lighting right now, but you can actually kind of see. Let's see. Right there. That might actually have protruding metal on it. And this ribbon cable goes through a metal spacer. Let's see if I can find that spacer. It's kind of a rough design by them, in my opinion. They did it for stability, but when it wears against this metal, I mean, it will short something out. Absolutely. So that might be our problem there. We might actually just need to get a whole new screen for that unit. But we'll try it out anyways. I'm gonna pop out the hinge right here. And we'll reuse that hinge for something, probably for this red one. Okay. For the hell of it, let's get this hooked back up. To this broken bottom motherboard here. And see if we can get any picture at all on that top screen. All right, get a battery hooked up. Nope. Both screens are pretty much dead there. All right. Well, in that case, what we'll do is I'm gonna end up hooking up a. I gotta make sure this board's okay. If this board's okay, then I can pop new screens on it. So, what we'll do is we'll crack open this red one, and we'll hook up the screens to it. Just to make sure they don't work still, we'll hook up the screens, the working screens from this red one to this board. Make sure that's all working. And then after that, I'll know what to do from there. Do I order new screens? Do I scrap it? Do I start looking for broken capacitors or resistors? You know, all these questions are still unanswered at the moment. So I'll keep this separate and make sure that I understand that this is a potentially bad screen. We'll unhook this one. We also have to unhook the touch sensor. I gotta figure out how to get that Wi-Fi card off. It wants to come off on one side easily, but it won't come off on the other side. Let's see. So let's take a look at something here. That does not look good. I've heard that if the bottom touch sensor, which that's what that is, that's a touch sensor hookup. I heard if that doesn't connect correctly, it can actually screw up the screen. So we may not even have a bad screen. We might have a bad touch sensor hookup. Good news is, I think I could probably just reflow the, well, not reflow it, I'm sorry. I could probably buy a new one of these and solder it on. But I'm glad I'm finding this right now. Looks like I get really lucky and bend it all back into place. Huh. If I fix that just by bending it back into place, that's gonna really surprise me. Does look a lot better. There's like no strength to this cable at all though, or the ribbon cable. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that back in there. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any way actually. That cable looks completely different, like it's missing. It's almost like it's missing an entire layer. That ribbon cable was, it was working, oddly enough, because I remember touching the screen and it actually recognized it. But this healthy ribbon cable has a nice goldish brown color to it, which is probably a reinforced layer underneath. Whereas this one, let me see if I can find it here. It's just blue, and it feels paper thin, so I'm pretty sure that's our problem. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get this one working. I'm gonna give myself a bigger workspace here. This is getting more difficult. Okay. Oh, wow. So this red one that's currently working, let's see. What am I looking at there? Oh, go further down. It has that thin blue cable also. Okay, like I said, it's my first time opening these DS lights, so it is interesting seeing the inconsistencies in them. That has got to be one of the most difficult cables I've ever seen. I'm starting to wonder how the person before me even got this thing in there. This cable just wants to crumble. Yikes. Man, this is really difficult to get the right angle on. Every time I put some pressure on it, it just folds in. Okay. I'll try with the other one. Yeah, well, actually got something under the microscope. This port had bent pins, and I was thinking maybe that's one of the reasons why the screen wasn't working on this unit. The thing is, whoever butchered this before me bent this cable so bad. Oh, let me get a position better. That every time I try and push it in, it just flops around. Yeah, there's really no way I can get that in there. So I was gonna move on to another one. Let's see if I have any better luck there. So this is the red unit, and I am just trying to get it apart. Right now I'm routing that damn Wi-Fi cable through here. Yeah, I think so. Somebody mangled it before I did. That's for darn sure. I might have to look at getting a new port on there too, because like I said, all the pins were kind of mangled. So I might have to order that, resolder it onto the board. And then it definitely needs a new screen. Well, not necessarily a new screen, but definitely a new digitizer. It's probably going to need a new screen too. It's my third Wi-Fi cable tonight, and it is just as much of a pain in the ass as the other ones. I don't want to yank on it. All I'm going to end up doing is like destroying a capacitor or something. If there's any under there. There we go. Okay. I'm wondering if this is one of those things where I just am making a huge mistake. Oh my goodness. This might be one of those situations where I'm the idiot. This black tab actually pulls up. Now let me see if I can get that thing in there. Still doesn't make it easy with how mangled that cable is, but I'm feeling a little bit more confident now. Let me try another set of pliers. Yep. Oh, I think I got it. I'm still not expecting this one to work, but let's see. Okay. All right, let's, oh, I'm gonna need to get the Wi-Fi card back in there. It will not be happy without it. All right, let's see what we got here. Nope, not quite working. Although I'm not getting black lines anymore, I'm actually getting pinkish lines. Huh. All right. Wonder if they'll actually let me test the screen out without connecting the top screen. Would actually save me quite a bit of time here. Nope. Well, now it's just angry at me. Oh, I see. Told you, it needs that Wi-Fi card or else it gets really angry at you. Yeah, no better. I am gonna try, now that I have the Wi-Fi card back in, I'm gonna try and see if it'll boot just off the bottom screen alone. Nope, just flashes and turns off. Okay. So top screen has to be connected in order for it to work. What am I at? I'm almost at 2 hours today. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get this one off. At least I got more confidence now that I can get that thing back in there. All right. So, this is a good screen. Questionable motherboard. So we will go ahead and try and get this back together. And we'll make sure the motherboard's good. The motherboard's good. All I need is a replacement screen at this point. Well, 2 replacement screens. Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to take the rest of the night after I get done testing this. My eyes are just completely shot right now. That's okay though. There we go. I came back out. There we go. Get the Wi-Fi card back on. And let's get this screen connected. All right. Battery. And moment of truth. Well, yeah, it's mad at me about something. That cable might not be seated all the way. That time it is. Yep. Okay, both screens work, so the motherboard's good. The only thing that's not working is the screen. That's actually not bad news. Screens are a little bit pricey, but not the end of the world. If I'm gonna resell this machine, I'll still make money off of it, so that's good. All right, I think I'm done for the night. Like I said, my eyes are completely shot. I'm gonna order these parts, and when they come in, we'll get them fixed. What I'll do tomorrow is I'm going to decide if I'm going to repaint some of these shells or not. If I'm not going to completely repaint them, I'll work on getting one of these back up and functional again. And if I do that, then I'll do it tomorrow. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll